What is going on? Welcome to Did You See That? And I'm Mike. And if you're brand new to the channel or you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning into this video, because today we're talking about the 25th outing into the James Bond series called No Time to Die, which is also Daniel Craig's 5th movie playing the title character of James Bond. Now, the movie itself suffered from quite a few behind the scenes issues that also delayed this movie. So after all this time, No Time to Die is actually out now in the cinemas, at least here in the UK. The plot of No Time to Die: James Bond's enjoying a tranquil life in Jamaica until his old CIA friend Felix seeks his help. However, this time round, he's up against a villain who's armed with dangerous new technology. So Christoph Waltz returns as Blofeld, and we also have a brand new villain in this movie, played by Rami Malek, whose name of the character I will put here as well because I can't really pronounce it. We've also got Ana de Armas in this movie. We've of course got Daniel Craig. We've got Léa Seydoux in this. And what's really cool about this movie is the director of Cary Fukunaga, if I've pronounced that correctly, also directed Jane Eyre and Beasts of No Nation, but it was also a writer on the movie It. So with that in mind, let me just dive straight into my positives. So firstly, Daniel Craig as James Bond is fantastic, especially as in this one, he has a producing credit. You can definitely tell that he brought that passion to this movie in terms of maybe the chemistry with the other cast members that he had with this. I really felt like he was giving it his all in this movie. I really felt like he was honing in on this James Bond performance, which of course he has built up since Casino Royale. He brought that to this 5th outing and also tried to bring something slightly different to it as well. I've also got to praise the action set pieces, especially one of my favourite scenes was when he is located in a woods setting. The cinematography there is beautiful. They really capture this nature scene to start with, but they also kind of utilise their settings and surroundings when shooting this movie, and I really felt like that paid off because you could really tell that they went all out to get those really cool shots and set pieces to try and define this movie differently. I have got to admit that the supporting cast was great. Rami Malek's character was fantastic. Also, Christoph Waltz was great in Spectre, so it's lovely to see him back, who also plays kind of like a pivotal role in the overall arc. And then the rest of the cast and crew were also great in their own respective roles. And my last praise for this movie is, I've got to say, it felt like it had some emotional weight to it compared to our previous outings. It really felt as if this time around that James Bond was in trouble. I think we're just knowing that Daniel Craig said that he wanted to make this as his last outing, straight away you're going to feel like, all right, wow, maybe he isn't safe this time. So a little bit of that unpredictability factor in that element was really kind of added and heightened in this movie. With that in mind, let me get to my negatives, which unfortunately for me doesn't make this the best Bond outing. Firstly, it does have quite a lot of predictability to it. Now, this could come down to, again, Daniel Craig saying that this is his last out, and I'm not going to say if it is or it isn't because I want you guys to see it for yourself. One thing that's hurt the James Bond franchise, and it isn't their fault by any means, it's more Hollywood's fault. The typical plot of a James Bond movie is about some kind of bad guy wanting to blow up a country or blow up a territory or have some sort of like lethal injection into that country. Whatever, it's a generic same old action plot. Because we get quite a few movies that have that similar plot, but they're not executed as well, it can kind of put a damper onto that generic sort of plot, even if it is a James Bond movie. And I really wish that with the plot of this movie, seeing that this brand new technology, I felt in essence they utilised that little concept alone to bring a different sort of vibe to this movie, and I respect that, but I didn't really feel like they brought it enough. But also they make some choices in this movie with some of the supporting casts who, but I didn't care about the character. There's definitely some kind of emotional weight that is meant to pay off at the end of this film, and I felt it slightly, not as much as I think it intended for an audience member to feel. Now, this could come down to maybe me not being the absolutely die-hard James Bond fan like a lot of people are out there, and I think they would definitely have more enjoyment in that regards than maybe say I will. But as myself, who's an average moviegoer who's seen all Daniel Craig's outings, I don't think this was one of the best outings that there was. I do appreciate the action sequence that came before the title card and the song that is made for the soundtrack, which by the way, Hans Zimmer's score is awesome, and Billie Eilish's song is great, and I definitely loved that kind of opening package scene. I felt like this movie ran a little bit too long, and at certain points, I would maybe say for about 5 minutes of this movie, I actually fell asleep because I was a little bit bored by the movie. And I really think that Ana de Armas' character of Paloma in this movie, for when she is on the screen, she really brings a vibrancy, and she looks like she's having an absolute blast playing this character of Paloma, and I loved the sequence that we get with her involved with James Bond. I just really wish that they utilised her more. I really enjoyed her character, and I felt like it was a missed opportunity not showcasing her talents a lot more than they did. So overall, with No Time to Die, if you're a die-hard James Bond fan and you love Daniel Craig's other outings, I think you'll find some enjoyment in this movie. If you're an average moviegoer who isn't a die-hard James Bond fan but have seen Daniel Craig's outings, it is still worth a watch, but I wouldn't really say to rush out and go see this movie. So my overall score for No Time to Die is... So I may be in the minority with this review, but I hope you guys enjoyed my overall opinion on No Time to Die. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.